Welcome back, and across the world now to Kenya, where over the past few decades, growing populations, poaching, and climate change have played a big part in the decline of wildlife. The country's tourism ministry is now taking action. Officials are keeping close eyes on 1,000 species experiencing a decline in numbers. In conservation efforts, researchers are using GPS trackers, camera traps, and planes, and they're looking to learn just how many animals are left in the country. Well, Chile's president announced the start of a mobility pass for those who are fully vaccinated against COVID-19. In a press conference from the airport this weekend, he explained that it will be digital and dynamic. The president also said it will grant higher levels of freedom and mobility, and Chile's government is talking with the international community to move towards a green card as well. Well, that's it for this half hour, but the news continues. Western Mass News at 5 a.m. starts right now.
Getting answers for Western Massachusetts. This is Western Mass News.
We're bringing you an update to an investigation on a murder that happened nearly 50 years ago. I'm Kaylee Pagoose with the latest details coming up.
And we are breaking down a new state report about the Holyoke Soldiers Home, what officials say led to the deadly COVID outbreak, and what changes need to be put in place moving forward. Dan?
And cool stuff this morning. Certainly need the jacket to get you going, but a nice day on tap for your Tuesday. Details straight ahead.
And today is your last day to pre-register for a COVID-19 vaccine, while the state says they're shutting down their system.
This is how we start, everybody, with an update to a nearly 50-year murder investigation in Springfield. Welcome to Western Mass News. I'm Taylor Jacobs.
And I'm Jordan McCool. The Hamden District Attorney claims he knows who killed 13-year-old altar boy Danny Croteau all those years ago. Western Mass News reporter Kaylee Pugliese joins us live in Springfield with the latest details. Kaylee.
Well, Taylor and Jordan, defrocked priest Richard Levine died Friday while his arrest warrant was being written up. And now some are saying that they believe that there's more to this story. Now, Levine was named a prime suspect in the case, but was never officially charged. And Western Mass News spoke with former priest and co-founder of Road to Recovery, an organization that helps victims of sexual abuse. And he says he wants the district attorney to keep looking for answers even now that the case is closed. Take a listen.
I hope he's going to continue to look at the Diocese of Springfield to find out why for 49 years we couldn't get to the bottom of this. Release all the documents. Let us see all the documents.
Later this morning, a group of demonstrators is set to gather and demand the Diocese of Springfield release what they allege are secret archives about Levine. They say the diocese worked to cover up all of this information. Now, we'll have more on that along with how the diocese is responding coming up in the next half hour. But for now, live in Springfield, I'm Kaylee Pugliese for Western Mass News.
Well, an emotional day for the family of Danny Croteau, nearly 5 decades after the teen's body was found in the Chicopee River.
Western Mass News was there when the Hamden DA played the recorded interview with the man he says killed the former altar boy. Our Chris Pisano has more.
I don't remember hitting him down by the riverbank, but giving him a good shove.
Chilling words from former priest and convicted sex offender Richard Levine, speaking almost matter-of-factly about the last time he saw 13-year-old Danny Croteau. According to Hamden DA Anthony Gallooni, it was also the last time anyone saw Croteau alive. His body found in the Chicopee River back in April of 1972. Gallooni presenting the interview recordings with Levine Monday, calling it a confession made just last month.
While they didn't come in time for Danny's parents to hear them, I hope that the answers provided today are helpful to Danny's remaining family and the concerned public.
On the tapes, the defrocked priest never directly admits to killing Danny, but he does say they were together on the riverbank where he assaulted the boy and pushed him in the water.
Because he was being, how should I say, well, for the same reason you'd probably push your own son.
Danny served as an altar boy at St. Catherine of Siena Parish in the 1970s, where Levine was a parish priest. Over the years, many believe Levine was responsible for his death, but because of a lack of evidence, he wasn't prosecuted. Gallooni says with these recordings and a letter believed to be written by Levine, there's now enough evidence to make an arrest if he hadn't died just days ago.
As a prosecutor, I believe that I was fulfilling my ethical duties by moving for the charge of murder against Richard Levine based on the evidence we had, and I believe we could prove it.
Danny's brother Joe expressing at least some relief.
We're disappointed that he's not being brought to justice, but just like the district attorney, We believe there's a higher power, and he will face that higher power.
Chris Pisano, Western Mass News.
Well, turning to some developing news out of Springfield, where police are investigating a serious crash happening last night on Boston Road. Our Western Mass News cameras were rolling last night, and you can see a car totaled as crews work to clear the scene. Many viewers called into our newsroom to report the two-car crash just before 8 p.m. Now, we have reached out to police for more information regarding this crash, but as of this newscast, have yet to hear back.
All right, good morning, everybody. Live look out across Western Mass, and the sun getting ready to come up. Well, we got a little ways to go. It comes up at 5:20 this morning, about 20 minutes or so. We have some thin clouds out there right now. We have a cool temperature of 49 degrees. Lots of 40s across Western Mass, so some nice, comfortable, crisp air that is greeting us as we step out the door this morning, and we have a delightful day on the way today. Sun and clouds mix, middle and upper 70s, nice breeze, no rain to worry about today. Just delightful stuff. Dew points are nice and low, near 40 now, but they're going to spike to near 60 tomorrow. And we're going to get hot tomorrow as well, and that's going to lead to some thunderstorms in the afternoon. But we don't have to worry today. You can keep the umbrellas at home. Visibilities are looking good. And again, just a few thin clouds that are out there now. Here's your Tuesday planner. 8 o'clock, mid-50s. By noontime in the lower 70s. We'll spend all afternoon in the middle and upper 70s. Clouds mixed with sunshine. That breeze out of the southwest. It'll be a delightful evening as well. All right, more on the forecast, including that thunderstorm chance for tomorrow, coming up in just a few minutes. We'll see you then.
All right. Well, we'll enjoy today at least. Thanks, Dan. Well, today is the last day to pre-register for your coronavirus vaccine. The state is ending the pre-registration system at the end of the month. And according to the governor, the system will be closed to new submissions after today. State officials say over the next several days, all people still waiting in the system will be contacted with an opportunity to book an appointment before closing the system on May 31st. Now, if you still need help finding a shot, the state's vaccine finder website will still be up and running with more than 900 locations listed across the state. As of this morning, there was still plenty of places to go nearby with little to no wait times.
Well, the CDC is monitoring cases of heart inflammation in young people who have received the COVID-19 vaccine. The condition is called myocarditis, and it's a rare disorder that has been reported in some young people after they received the Pfizer or Moderna vaccine. So far, advisors say they have not seen more cases of the issue in vaccinating young people with those that have not received the vaccine. Still, an advisor committee is continuing to monitor data weekly.
Well, new details this morning in the COVID-19 outbreak at the Holyoke Soldiers Home. A new state report lists staffing shortages and poor management as just two of the reasons for this outbreak. The 186-page report from the Mass Legislature's Special Oversight Joint Committee was released just last night. Well, many of you might have been sleeping too. The committee recommends the governor be given the power to hire and fire the superintendent of the home, and that the home be subject as well to inspections by the Department of Health twice a year. According to the committee, a hotline should also be created for employees and family members of residents to address concerns. 77 veterans died from the virus at the Holyoke Soldiers Home last spring. All right, well, if you have been waiting to get your hands on the famous Wahlburger today, well, today's the day. After a nearly 3-year wait, Wahlburgers is getting ready to open its doors in Springfield. It'll be taking place this afternoon. We'll be speaking with the head chef, Paul Wahlberg, later this morning. Whoa, doors officially open at 11, but you may want to get in line ASAP if you want to be at least the first one through the door.
Well, across the state, hundreds are expected to gather today outside the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education headquarters. Those planning to attend say they are mad over face mask requirements in school. The so-called Let the Children Breathe protest is scheduled to begin at 8 this morning. Well, coming up on Western Mass News, a Massachusetts teacher is on leave after handing out a questionable survey to his students. How the district is responding.
I haven't had a job for a year, and now I may not have a home.
Plus, multiple families without a place to call home, as you hear this morning, after a massive fire ripped through the condo. The heroic actions one of the residents said take place to save many.
And a DACA recipient living in Massachusetts is being held in Mexico with a 10-year ban on re-entering the country. Why lawmakers are now stepping in to help get her home.
And let's show you some roads. Perhaps you are about to head home. Here's a look at I-91 in the Hatfield area, exit 30. If you're heading that way, looking good. And now we are black and white over in Hadley, but don't worry, folks, nothing's wrong. And it's still looking good. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody, here to Western Mass News in this Tuesday morning. And yeah, I was hoping Dan was going to talk the full moon, because on the way in this morning, you couldn't miss it.
Oh, no, you definitely couldn't.
Right, lighting up the city and countryside, nearly full right now, but it's actually already set. But it is going to be full tonight, so we look forward to that. And in fact, there's a lunar eclipse. The problem with the lunar eclipse is we're not going to see it here in the Northeast. First off, it's the flower moon. That's the nickname for the full moon in May. The reason we're not going to see it is because it starts at 5:44 in the morning. So around this time tomorrow morning, and the sun will be setting at, 5:23. So it'll still be big in the sky. In fact, it's a supermoon as well. But in the Northeast, we're going to miss the lunar eclipse. And there's going to be a lot of clouds around tonight, too. But we should still be able to make out the full moon from time to time. Temperature of 47 degrees right now in Springfield. So we are cool and crisp. 4 days across Western Mass, 50s along the shoreline. Clouds mixed with clear skies. We're going to see quite a bit of sunshine today. Heading off for the morning exercise, cool and dry. Perfect running conditions again this morning, going for a walk, just throwing a light jacket. Sunrise this morning at 5:20, and we should see quite a bit of sunshine today. It'll be mixed with clouds. So today, nice, warm, but dry with a breeze kicking in out of the southwest. Temperatures today into the middle and upper 70s. Tomorrow, we're going to get hot and humid, and we have a storm potential the middle part of the afternoon, especially probably around dinner time tomorrow evening through the first half of tomorrow night. Thursday, it's much drier on the other side of the cold front that moves through. It's still warm, but a nice day Thursday, and then we're turning much cooler and perhaps shower potential in rain for Friday, and as we go into the start of this upcoming weekend. So quite a temperature roller coaster ride here. Today, we're going for high in the upper 70s. Tomorrow, 90. On Thursday, upper 70s to near 80. Then much cooler Friday, Saturday, and probably the start of the upcoming weekend. So not looking like a beach weekend. Memorial Day weekend this time around. Temperatures will be running below normal. The question is, how much rain do we see? I do think we'll see some rain Friday afternoon, and maybe just leftover clouds and a few showers on Saturday. But a long way to go, so we'll fine-tune it as we draw closer to it. In the short term, we're looking good today. Just a few thin clouds. Delightful day. Middles and upper 70s, perhaps touching 80 in a town or two. Mid-70s in the hill towns. Then tonight, it's not going to be as cool. We'll actually have a warm front moving through that could kick off a spot shower. Most stay dry tonight. Temperatures tomorrow morning start in the 50s to near 60. This brings us through tomorrow morning. A lot of sunshine to start. This gets us going here around lunchtime tomorrow. Maybe a stray shower. Highs up near 90 degrees, but it's really mid-afternoon as we go into the evening, probably between about 4 p.m. and 10 p.m. That's when we have the chance of seeing some strong to maybe severe thunderstorms at that point. This brings us to about dinner time. We may have a couple of rounds of showers and thunderstorms. Then the front moves through and will begin to dry things out. And Thursday will feel much more comfortable. It'll still be warm. May start with a few clouds, but we'll go mostly sunny with a high up near 80 degrees. On that 1 to 5 scale for Severe Weather Storms Prediction Center has us at a 2, a slight risk for strong to severe storms tomorrow afternoon. So today, dew points are going to be running generally in the 40s, maybe creeping up at the end of the day, but nice and comfortable. Humid tomorrow. Let's get those dew points into the 60s tomorrow. I think this is a little low, and then drier Thursday, Friday. And certainly as we head into this upcoming weekend, main threats will be strong gusty winds, large hail, potential of course, frequent lightning, some heavy downpours as well. Can't rule out a small tornado in this type of setup somewhere across central and southern New England. Doesn't mean we're going to get one. It just means the setup there, of course, whenever you have a cold front slicing through hot, humid air, things can get nasty with some storms, and I think that's going to be the case tomorrow afternoon and evening. Again, the timing 4 p.m. to maybe as late as 10 p.m., and then Thursday looks wonderful, a high of 80, but it's dry, and then things kind of get ugly here, maybe Friday, and for the start of the weekend, and cloudy and cool. Look at those highs, only around 60. All right, that's your forecast. So more weather in a few minutes. Jordan and Taylor, back to you.
Thank you, Dan. We'll cross the state to Drake, where a teacher is on leave this